You ever have that feeling where you're not sure if you're awake or still dreaming?
I want to wake up! Touch the pod!
Take your stinking paws off me, you damn dirty ape!
Open the pod bay doors, Hal.
I'm sorry, Dave. I'm afraid I can't do that.
How come I know so much? What the hell is going on around here? Who the hell are you people?
That's it, man. Game over, man. It's game over.
Everybody just pretend to be normal, okay? Like everything's normal here.
Abby who? Abby normal.
Gimme. I need. Gimme.
Okay,
Please.
all right.
It's 106 miles to Chicago. We got a full tank of gas, half a pack of cigarettes. It's dark, and we're wearing sunglasses. Hit it.
From Milwaukee, it's Movie Chatter. Welcome to Movie Pod. Whoa.
Got a little ahead of himself there.
My volume was down.
Where am I?
Let me try that again. Take two.
Am.
Movie Chatter Pod. Welcome
Take
to
three.
Movie Chatter Podcast, episode 212. I'm
There you
Dave.
go.
Isn't it 211?
No, that
it's-
was last week.
It's 212.
Just checking.
All
It's
right.
212.
Just making sure you're on your toes, because
I
clearly
I'm
you started off
I'm
his
Dave.
name here.
Yeah.
I'm Dave.
I'm Don.
I'm Bill.
And I'm Kelly.
So
right.
so we have that What About Bob clip, on
yes.
the
Bill Murray.
I need.
Gimme.
Is that like the funny version of The Shrink Next Door?
Kind of.
Oh, okay. You guys know more about that than I do.
So
Except, like, in that case, the patient is being inappropriate. He's like the one pushing boundaries.
Okay, but
Whereas the in this show, it's the flip side where
That's a great
the-
comparison.
Like the
Similar, though. It's
The
a-
doctor is the one that's like crossing boundaries, right?
Oh, but the doctor's a jerk. He's
Yes.
kind of jerky,
Com-
but I mean, the
comparable,
The
comparable.
patient is crossing boundaries, but it's because he's messed up.
Right. It's
He's
because
not doing it because
being
he wants to be.
manipulated.
Right.
Yeah.
I'd compare it more to I Care a Lot with Rosamund Pike.
Okay,
Where,
you said
you
that
know-
on the
You
text.
did. We're texting. That must mean that there is just some really awful people that.
Yeah,
can't-
Rudd plays a
At all.
awful psychiatrist that's just taking advantage of him and sucking up his assets.
And you kind of do you wonder at first how many episodes are you in?
I think I don't know how far
When we
are they
last
now?
talked,
All
I
of
think
them,
you
I
had
think.
watched 4 the last
you
time
watched
we talked.
all
but
of them.
No. How many?
How many are
Oh,
available?
I thought
They're all available, and I've watched.
really?
I've watched 4.
They
Oh,
are
yeah, I
all
think I've
available.
watched 4
Are
or
you
5.
sure?
No, you can check on that. Don.
Yeah,
I don't
they
think
were,
they're all available.
They started with like 2, and then they dropped one every Friday or Tuesday or something for a while. So
Yeah.
I know they've got to be up to like at least 6. But
The
I don't
last
know
one
if
I
they're all,
saw was where
There's
they go.
8 episodes.
where they were in
Okay.
the Hamptons.
Oh, yeah, and then they go to the $1,000 a plate dinner.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh no, that's 3. I think. Maybe it's
No, that
not.
was the last one.
Okay.
That was 4 for
I
sure.
saw where he's having a party at his house, so he's taking over his.
Oh, wait.
Yeah, that's the
I
one
better
at the
not give any
Hamptons.
leads here.
They are all. The last one is available on December 17th.
Okay, so if you're seeing the episode guide here, you can see like which one's which. I think the third one was where they go to that benefit like donation dinner, and he buys a autographed baseball for $20,000. Is that what you're talking
Yeah.
about?
No, but that was
Oh my
episode 4.
gosh.
Oh, okay. So I might be in 5 then.
The Foundation is episode 4.
There you go. Okay, and then the next one is when they go to the Hamptons.
That's
right,
called
that's what I've seen.
the
So-
Family Tree.
Anyway, my point is at the beginning, it doesn't seem that bad, right? Like you're clawing further
Right.
and further into it, and it's
Yeah.
almost like
Well, because they're 2 comedians, and I'm just kind of analyzing the show going,
there's
Here's-
lots of funny.
yeah, there's funny. They are not like, it's not so dry.
No, but I mean, it's Will Ferrell too, right? And what I talked about this when we first mentioned it, but that I like that you can't really, you don't see Will Ferrell too in your face. Like he's got very different hair, very different, a caricature about him that is not so the same as you
so
always
he's playing
expect.
a little bit off of his
right.
type.
But it's still like effing hilarious when he sits down in a waiting room and like the plant is like
Hitting
touching
his
his
head.
face.
Yeah,
Yeah, you
that's
know,
true.
it's like little things like that.
Little
You can't
things.
help that it's funny.
Right.
I've
Or
only
he
watched
was,
one
he was
episode.
painting The Office and
Right.
dancing.
It's
you
like
know.
more funny than it would be if it was somebody else. You know what I
Right,
mean?
right.
It's enough to like, for me at least, it was enough of Will and Paul at their like, you know, what you expect from them,
Right.
That it made it very tolerable and
Yes,
and
yes.
And
not
his sister's great too.
depressing.
Because if it was
Catherine
different,
Hahn, I
yes,
Catherine Hahn,
I
she's
think
awesome.
if it was different people, it would be too sinister, like too
It
dark.
would be. Already, it's so sinister that, like, Paul Rudd, I don't know if he's, like, an actor. He's like, I don't want to be funny anymore, or I want to, like, change my
Right.
persona.
Yeah.
And
Nah,
it's...
he's just playing off type, I think.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
but
he, and
I'm beginning
well,
to I'm
he's doing
beginning
it
to
well.
hate him.
Right. You
Well, that
hate
means
the
he's
character.
doing really good.
Right.
Well, remember
Absolutely.
when Michael Keaton, he started out as kind of a comedian, you know,
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
now
right.
lately
Right.
he's
He's
more
that soft, jolly
he's
fellow.
more the hard guy in a lot of the movies.
Well,
he's
sure.
playing now.
Well, he was
He's
in
making a real big comeback in a lot of movies.
Pacific Heights. Remember that, where he, like, dismantled the house?
Yes.
Right.
Oh, that's true.
And he was a jerk. But,
Michael Keaton.
but this... Oh, Michael Keaton. Okay. And, well, listen to
wasn't-
us better
I
then.
wasn't talking to you, Siri. Okay.
Jeez, she's so rude.
I know, interrupting us.
Eventually, you'll have to be nice to your things.
So all right, so Paul Rudd, he
They'll
he-
kill you in your
and
sleep.
like Kelly was saying, it's slow. They're slowly turning up the heat.
Yes.
While the frog is in the pan.
There is a dial.
And he is getting so cooked. I don't give it away, but it's like ridiculous how he's taking over this guy's
Bill,
life.
the
And isn't
thing
this partially
Is that a
true?
good
Bill, it's
description
a-
where he's
It's a real show. No, it's
they're
not
turning
partially
up,
true.
They're turning
It's
up
based
the,
on a true
the-
story.
yeah, they're turning up the temperature, and he doesn't really know what's happening to him yet.
That's a perfect analogy, actually.
You know,
like a
like-
frog getting
Yeah, like
boiled.
they can be boiled and not know it until they're dead,
Or
in
jump
episode
out of the pot,
5,
I
or
guess.
jump at the last minute.
I keep in the first show, or maybe it was the preview. They give you a flash of what's eventually going to happen.
Yeah.
That's the
right.
first show, the opening.
And he's going to rebel.
Yeah.
Okay, so you see that.
He'll snap
He's
at
digging
some
And so
point.
in 5, I thought he's going to rebel. I mean, oh my God! I mean, they
this is
have
too
him.
far. Yeah.
You can't believe what they have him do. It's I can't say it, but
Right,
it's
right.
it's
Don't give it away. But yeah.
and you think, oh, he's going to break,
Well,
and
I'm
he
gonna
goes,
have to watch this.
and just the opposite. He's more into it. He's like, you know, licking the shoe of
I
Paul
know,
Rudd,
yeah.
the psychiatrist.
I think that
And is it
I-
and it's got Dave's blood boiling.
you should
Yes.
skip like
and that's
I
why
can
you're
barely watch
and
it.
that's why you're comparing it to
I Care a Lot.
I Care a Lot, because that was the one where we were just ready to kill him until the end.
but that was more serious. So this, the funniness
It
of
has its
Paul
comic
Rudd,
moment.
Both of these are somewhat based on truth. I mean, I Care a Lot can really happen.
it's so bad that I want to skip to the last episode.
Right.
And just
It
go.
gets- it gets
I can't
intolerable
take
I
here
it.
or
fast
there.
forward through some of it.
Like that you want to just reach into the screen and shake him and be like, come on,
Yes.
no.
oh yes.
So I don't know truly if I can recommend it. It's
true.
painful.
It can feel intolerable at certain moments.
Is it
I
really?
agree.
Wow.
I would say it's almost like panic attack inducing.
And I'm going to say something that's going to lose some of our listeners.
Oh, great.
I hate Boston accents. They all have
Ooh.
Boston accents.
They're
No, they don't.
like
they,
what
Queens
accent
kind
from
of
New
is what
York?
they're supposed to be.
no, they're
They're not New York.
They are New York. They're
Jewish.
Jewish New York.
New York, Bill. So you
Okay,
don't like.
then I guess
Bill
I
doesn't
hate
like
Jewish New York.
Oh well.
Sorry.
Racist.
Yes.
Anti-Semite.
Let me
All
just
right.
turn. Let me turn his mic down.
Now,
I love I thought in the one episode that I watched, that was one of my things, was that like
It's
it
thick.
was nearly comical, the amount of schmaltz they were putting on their
Right.
their
It was over the top
accents.
done. I
Oh.
agree.
I don't
You
think
know,
so.
But
maybe that's it. I don't like Will.
they were
I
Ferrell.
think-
really
accent.
sticking it in there thick.
But I think
Okay.
there are genuinely people who talk like that or even more extreme. I mean, they're not exaggerating to the point past
No.
you
no.
know, truth.
Probably
They're
They
not.
yeah.
toned it down.
Okay.
I was remembering you said that,
I love a Jewish New York.
and they
Right.
toned it down to realistic. I think Will Ferrell sounds
genuine.
very genuine.
Yeah, it sounds. Since
But
maybe
you're
I just
right.
don't like the actors
Yeah,
playing that accent.
If that's an accent that kind of, grates on your nerves, I agree. That would
It
be a
depends on
breaking
who's
point
And
of
then
the
maybe
show.
maybe combined with the context of what they're saying is like
I think
it's
Paul-
like adding to it. You
Yeah.
know? It's like,
Could be.
Paul Rudd is trying to occasionally, because I've watched 4 episodes, you know how someone that has an accent, occasionally they overemphasize their accent to be funny?
Sure.
I think he's doing that. He has the accent. So I think that's what you heard.
That's what I was wondering if he's like literally taking it to the point of like comic level.
No.
On purpose.
No, because most of the time it's pretty
Yeah, I don't
pretty
think he's
relaxed.
intentionally comic. I think it's
Okay.
just that's really thickly their background, and I think it's genuine.
Well, now I'm stressed out.
It's
I think
very
we,
believable.
I think we
Right.
need some of that
Oh.
rum right there.
There you go, Dave.
All right,
We're gonna-
I've
Here,
already
then pass-
poured some in my zero Coca-Cola.
I want to know about this rum. What's the deal?
We're going to talk about this rum and get it right to the camera.
We're a bourbon people,
Yeah, I know.
and this is
I
Well,
like
you are.
rum
I'm
though.
a
I can
Scotch
say,
person.
But we
Oh,
have
yeah, okay.
switched. I have switched. This is rum. So here we go.
and this is like I forget what it's like Barbados. It's like island rum is what it's flavored back to. So it's
This
got
is a dark rum.
dark.
Now,
That
Don,
is
there is one thing about it.
3/4 alcohol.
It's 140 proof.
it is
Are you
jet
kidding?
fuel that
And
tastes
you
like
do not taste the
brown
alcohol. That's how
sugar.
good quality it is.
right.
140.
Are you kidding?
This should be like, putting you on fire. By the way, do
I
not
gotta take
light,
off my shirt.
Don't light anything in here because
Right.
it
Wow,
could be dangerous.
You're
yeah,
right.
Jamaica,
138 proof.
It tastes
Guyana.
excellent.
Okay.
It tastes.
All right.
We were drinking it in snifters.
yeah.
It's actually, I think, better warm. But this is the first time trying it over.
I would say drink it straight.
Yeah, it's that kind of
It is
That kind of
quality.
alcohol.
Yeah. So, so today's episode
Very different.
of
Wow.
this podcast is
brought to you by
By
Plantation Rum,
jet fuel. Jet fuel.
So they have
an old-fashioned traditional dark rum.
they had like a $20 bottle. That's like a $30-some bottle. And then there's a $60 bottle.
That looks like a liter. That looks like that's more than a
Well, it's got,
0.75.
it's got that big handle up there.
Great.
It's good stuff. So you got some Christmas cookies for us, Don. A little
Yeah,
early.
rum and Christmas cookies. Can't
There
go
you
wrong.
go. Yeah.
It's that time of year.
A little bit. Yeah, I was just.
Beautiful day today.
Oh, it was so
I cut down
sunny.
a Christmas tree.
You
I
did.
don't know if that's being environmental, but they're growing a lot more. And
They're the
It's a
scourge.
renewable
I'm a tree hugger, but Christmas time I cut one down.
There you go.
So yeah,
That's
we took
fair.
out little 1.5-year-old Nikki, Tim, and Megan,
Aw.
and we cut the tree down.
That is fantastic.
Yeah.
That brings
And
back childhood
stumps.
memories for me.
right up here on Pioneer.
Did you
Road.
do the whole thing? Is it then you went home? You put it. You tied it to the roof.
Yes.
Drove it home on the Prius, and then did
you
you?
got tucked under a semi on your way home.
It's yeah, and it's got lights on it right now, and an
You did the
angel
whole-
on the top, and everything.
you and then the whole day was decorating the tree.
Yeah. So
Wow.
and we ordered from Mod Pizza. We had lunch.
oh, I love it.
So I had
Beautiful.
I had a
Aye.
day. I had
Aye.
a day.
You had your. Oh, you
Had a day.
Guys,
You had
it was
such
great.
a day.
Yourself a day.
yeah, a
Oh,
little
you
bit of
gotta do
pizza.
that.
I had
It's
some
family.
anchovies on the pizza. It was great.
Ah, the family
Yeah,
had a
put
nice
some-
time.
So it was a good time.
On your tuchus.
Ah,
Yeah.
oh, there are people
You're
cringing
such
out
a
there for our accents.
yeah,
It
we're
was
doing
so
a-
tender. I
you
love
don't-
it. I'm,
you don't
I'm
hear
about to
tuchus
break up.
very much
you
anymore.
Talk among
no, I love it
yourselves.
though.
But we
Tuchus,
we
that's
grew up
funny.
in kind of a Jewish
Sure.
neighborhood, and
Sure.
everybody said tuchus back.
Sure.
Locks
We-
Point.
Yeah.
Locks Point.
Yiddish. I love Yiddish.
Yeah.
And just the whole Jewish culture.
Right.
So
No,
before we forget about that, are you giving that a recommend?
Yes. Finish
Well,
up on.
I mean, just because
The Shrink Next
somebody
Door,
makes
available
you
on Apple.
uncomfortable.
Apple.
Doesn't mean you shouldn't watch it.
Right, because I recommend you watch The Lodge.
yeah.
Yeah.
This
You
is
know,
nowhere near as dark as that. Just
no,
to be fair,
but I'm saying
So it's good. It's just hard to watch.
it's going to give you some.
it makes your
emotion.
skin crawl
Yeah.
Okay.
at certain parts.
You know, so
does.
for those who have watched everything, sometimes you want to like up the ante.
Something different, and to
Yeah.
see Paul Rudd and Will Ferrell doing something a little different is fun too.
I
to
love
And
that.
Catherine Hahn.
Yes.
To be
Catherine
fair, Paul Rudd is at
He's
some
done
level,
serious stuff too.
No, I'm saying he actually is helping Will Ferrell.
Right. That's where at the beginning you're like, well, it's not all bad.
Yeah, the first
He's just
episode.
gouging him.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right. It seemed like right from the first episode, he's allowing him to pay for things. Go ahead and pay for this.
Manipulating him into paying for things.
Like-
but also, it's almost like you think maybe he wasn't doing it intentionally or like consciously at first.
Okay.
You know what I mean? Like,
yeah.
and then it just got to be too easy and he liked it too much. And then he really started pulling the strings.
Well, I liked episode 5 only because it was like so unbelievable.
You're like,
It's like,
really?
are you-
Really?
Come on. You want to slap him and go,
Who is
"What
this actress in the show?
That's Paul Rudd's wife.
Paul Rudd's wife. Oh, because I enjoyed her from a different a show from a while ago.
Oh, yeah.
She's great.
I've got
She's not in it very much.
Okay.
good memories of her in other movies. Anyway, she's loving the money. You know, she loves their
Casey
money.
Wilson.
Yeah, she's kind of like his I don't know, queen wife that doesn't work, even though she, I mean, for like.
And they were almost hurting with their bills, but now they're
But
not.
she almost insinuated at some point that that she comes from money because she wanted to hire a nanny, and he was
Okay.
like $300 a week. Like, are you kidding me? And she's like, never mind. Why are we talking about this? I'll just use my own money. And then he like
okay.
kind of got upset and walked out of the room. So I was like, I'll go ask my
sure.
dad for the money maybe or
You know,
something. I
yeah.
don't know.
Okay.
Right. They're in
Alright.
a situation where money is very important and
Yes, very
Creates
important.
Right, he's got to have this
Situation.
image, and part of that
Exactly.
charity was to elevate him.
Has Will Ferrell, anything you've seen, has he looked at any bills yet? Because I kept on going, eventually he's going to get a bill for this stuff.
And then they started. I don't know if that happened yet for where you're at. I think it did. They started the foundation now. Yeah,
Right.
in that episode.
No, but I mean, before that, like, minor spoilers, like, Paul Rudd goes to where he works.
right.
And he's like, oh, I can just charge, like, everybody $40
and
an hour.
he hadn't-
You know?
oh really?
And I don't know if he really was looking because his, like office manager comes and is like, what do you want me to do with all these invoices? And he didn't look at them, but he just said, oh, pay him. Like, just pay him. You know what I mean?
Okay.
But he
I did
didn't
see that.
actually look at them. So I think it has not sunk in at all how much money he is like.
It's painful. I
Yeah.
actually clicked on, like, a link that said the real story,
Yeah.
and I just saw the word horrific.
I didn't.
And
Move your
Oh,
hand.
sorry.
You're always right in front
Ruining
of
the
Bill's
shot.
face.
Okay.
I didn't because I didn't want it to ruin like a climax or a finale of the show because I was
Okay.
like I didn't want to know like does he make him kill a guy, like I had no idea how far this is gonna go.
I'm expecting Will Ferrell to kill him at the end of the movie.
I remember
Or somebody end up
the
dead
first
on accident?
episode is him trashing Paul's house.
And then
but
also,
it's not Paul's house.
and then
oh really?
His house.
Oh shit.
I hate to tell you,
he's a millionaire.
he took over.
Oh shit. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Spoiler. I didn't know that. Wow. Okay.
Even
so
makes him take his mailbox.
Yeah, now you're going past what
Okay.
I.
All
what
right,
I-
I'm going. I'm
so
going too
enough,
far.
but it's gonna go
I didn't-
far, and I don't know
I'm
how
confused,
far.
so don't worry. I didn't understand anything.
All right.
But I know, but
Well, the show
okay.
actually
Get up to-
it starts off with, I believe it's Will Ferrell, episode 1.
Yes.
there's like
first
some
minute.
kind of party.
No, he's a beekeeper.
Oh, really? Okay.
That's the opening scene. Is
I
Will
forgot about
Ferrell
that.
I don't
Pulling,
remember that exactly,
pulling
but-
bees out like he's relaxing and pulling some honey out.
I forgot about
I don't
that.
remember that part.
Okay.
The part I remember is he's burying some
Right, and like
thing.
trashing some stuff.
That's right after.
okay.
That's right after.
Well, there is some stuff to happen yet, and I know it's going to probably like like you said, it was a slow boil at first, but now it's starting. The pot's starting to bubble, and I think it's going to like in the last few episodes.
Yeah, I'm hoping.
Okay. Well,
Maybe.
I'll kick in. I'll
Well,
start
you were,
watching again.
You were the one that suggested it to me,
right. I mean, I've been.
and everybody's like, "Dave, you won't
Well,
like this."
You
but-"
know, I love Will Ferrell. I love Will
That's how we
Ferrell.
sound.
Yeah, you.
Dave, you won't
You're not
like
gonna like
this.
this because it's like smart
Because it's
and
funny. Because it's on Apple.
it's smart and
Everything on
funny.
Apple is too smart for Dave.
you have to think about it.
Wow, wow.
Well, we love Will Ferrell.
Oh.
We love Will Ferrell. I see that, and I expect it to be, old school. I expect it to be Talladega Nights.
Well, he does.
I expect it
There's
to be
like glints of that.
Anchorman.
For sure.
Right.
Speaking of Talladega Nights, Anchorman
Okay.
and Step
Step Brothers.
Step Brothers, of course.
The director of that, I think Adam McKay, maybe.
Yeah, yeah.
Adam McKay, very good.
He is doing Don't Look Up. And I thought,
I want to see that.
it
Which
looks
is
funny.
actually available at the cinema. That's
Oh, right
why,
now?
That's why, Dave, I thought I was telling you, oh, it's available right now, but it's at cinemas right now.
Oh,
and
really?
Then,
Right, it's theater only release.
Right. Christmas Eve is when it's available to us.
Do you know anything about that? That's Jennifer
do.
Lawrence and
HBO
Leonardo
or-
DiCaprio.
I do know. I was looking forward
I
to
don't
it
know.
a lot
Yeah.
until I saw the trailer,
Ooh.
and to me,
I don't want to watch the trailer then.
it looks like it's definitely a comedy.
I've
Oh,
heard
yeah,
it's good.
it's
I've seen,
comedy.
Okay,
I've seen
if
good
someone
feedback.
says it's good, it's okay. But maybe it's a bad trailer where it appears that I don't know if you ever watched Family Guy.
Yes.
Or where they try to take a joke and just extend it, and that's actually part of the joke is making it
To
really
go
long.
Past where it's funny and then it's funny again.
Go past the comedy 3,
Like,
and go to comedy 7.
Right. There was
Okay.
a couple jokes in the trailer. I'm like, this is bad. Doesn't
okay.
anybody notice that? And that was
Well, it's actually a political satire. It's not really a sci-fi. Now, there's
No.
there's
But I
a-
mean,
Oh
it's
my
tagged a
gosh,
comedy.
see.
it may be like the movie. What was the movie? How I Learned to Love the Bomb. Maybe it's that level. Like it was a
yes,
satire
because
on
they're satire on
nuclear-
military.
Right.
Right. So here, actually, you could associate it with. I hate to get political here, but
That's all right.
science deniers.
Right, right.
Okay.
This is
'Cause
they're scientists and they're trying to alarm the world about climate change.
Wait,
right?
now tell me about science deniers.
Science deniers. There's a
I want to see if I am one. So let's figure it out.
Okay.
I'm
so-
definitely a science denier.
All right. Some people believe that there is climate change due to global warming because of carbon being released into the atmosphere through
Right.
methane and various things.
Yeah.
Other people say,
And then if
I'm not
anybody,
so sure
if
about
anybody
Pretty
that.
well
decides,
demonstrated,
if anybody
actually.
says that that's wrong, then they're considered a science denier.
Oh,
Right. So in this case, the scientists see the asteroid about to blow up the Earth, and they're going, let's assess
See
this.
what happens.
Let's think about it. I mean, they could be wrong. They could be wrong, and it could, there might be a lot of rich materials on there that we can take advantage of.
Right,
You
right.
know, titanium and so forth.
So it looks like
that's what's funny part. Like
Yeah.
they're gonna try to mine it.
55% Rotten Tomatoes right
Ooh.
now, 75% audience score.
Okay,
So
okay.
you're right, Dave. It sucks. Don't watch it.
Okay. No, I'm gonna watch it for sure. But I'm
We'll
not
see.
gonna be. I'm happy because I was so excited for it because it's an end of the world movie, which
and
I'm
it's
into.
Leonardo
And
DiCaprio.
I'll have to see it because I love the two of them so much, and I'm
Jennifer
interested
Lawrence.
to see what kind of chemistry they would have. They're
Have
not
they
a,
done much before?
no, well, not together. So
really.
I'm curious about how that'll feel to me because I love them both, but
high budget.
yeah,
He got 30 million. She got 25.
Again, it's the director
lot of money.
for
What?
Step Brothers, and
He got 30
What?
million to do that movie.
She got 25.
She got 25.
So $55 million for just two of the big actors,
Yeah,
and then
so
add
you-
in like 10 more.
did they skimp out on anywhere else because of
well,
that? You know what I
it's
mean?
not special effects. I mean,
No.
they occasionally show an asteroid.
Well, Bill
coming.
can tell you about math, and I do know that Netflix has
a gajillion.
$200 billion. So how many thousand million is that?
It's a lot of
They don't
thousand
care.
millions.
It's
They don't care.
yeah. All right. We'll
They're-
pay it next
We
year.
want you, okay?
Inflation in actors' salaries is what's happening. Mm-hmm. Along with the rest
But it
of
is
the
shocking.
world.
You would think that eventually someone would go, we have this great movie. These are the great actors we want in it.
Yeah.
But boy, we could cut $100 million if we do a little more searching, a little more casting, and try to find a new star.
Right. But it's Netflix, so they go, no, just give it to the people that everybody knows.
And there's
Well-
also
And-
Meryl Streep, Jonah Hill.
Right.
Do you think the people
that's
that
like 5 or 10 million a piece at least?
At least,
right?
I would hope.
So the whole budget is the cast, right? And they're like, we'll budget like 100 million for the cast, and then 50 for the rest.
Yeah.
Do it, make it happen.
Hey, Philip Duke, this is Movie Chatter now.
Right.
Hey,
Right, he's
We're
always
talking
saying,
about the production.
this is
on the other
actually how
side.
it's supposed
This is
to
the
sound.
business.
Right. We're just chatting about movies.
Let's
All
talk
right.
about motorsports.
No, but do you think Netflix?
Wait a minute.
I'm just
What
kidding.
do you mean about motorsports?
No. Do you think Netflix is like the owners or people that are in charge of it? There's no owner, but
There's a board, I'm sure.
that like when you make a movie like that, you know, someone's wife or husband is like, you know, we can make this movie. It'll be fun because we can go visit the set. We can have
course.
parties. We'll probably get Leonardo over to the house.
Oh, I'm
Are
sure
you
somebody's
kidding?
like,
of course.
No, but I mean, that's like why when you're like at that stratosphere of income,
yes, keep going.
you want to just blow money so you can constantly have all these people in your life.
have
Yes.
this orbit be your world.
Like,
yeah.
This orbit of superstar
And it would be something
celebrity.
you'd get addicted to.
you know, like
Oh,
if you
absolutely.
paid Jennifer Lawrence $25 million,
I would ride
there's
that
a chance she
pony
might go
as
shopping
far
with
as
your
I could.
daughter.
Right.
You want to go shopping with Jennifer Lawrence?
Right.
Sure.
Or fly fishing?
I would buy a book. You know how they do, you know, exposés of political people. I would buy a book that shows me behind the curtain of Netflix. Oh. You know, who's running it? How do they
would
get
be
the
a good-
numbers? Because it's very secretive.
Yeah, it is. That's very true. I mean, we listen and watch all kinds of Netflix stuff, but I have no idea, you know, how it all happens. The behind the
who
scenes.
are those people? that are pulling
Netflix
the
needs to
strings?
do a Netflix documentary on themselves, so I could learn about them.
Eventually, it'll
they need to
happen.
do a Netflix explained.
Once
you know.
they crash.
Right. I'm
And
just gonna say,
someone
it won't
repli-
be until there's some whistleblower scandal or something.
Right. I mean, right now they're all just it's just chugging along. You know, there's no way they're going to do that. They're going to explain other things like cryptocurrency and
While we're on Netflix
What
and we
else?
want to talk about movies, I don't
Yeah.
know. Did you watch Unforgivable?
I did. We watched it last
Ooh,
night.
Everybody
I-
did?
I did.
So
with,
all four of
watched
us
it
have
with
seen
Sandra Bullock.
I did not.
it. Okay.
Did you
okay.
watch any? You watched
Saw
the,
some trailers.
the
that's-
trailer.
You're not going to watch it.
No.
We'll spoil it.
You don't need to.
Should we spoil? It's brand new. We don't have to spoil
I don't
it.
have to spoil. Well,
Well, would you
Do you-
recommend it?
Would you like to talk about it now?
If you don't recommend it, then you can spoil it. But if you recommend it, I would say don't spoil it.
Here, let's talk about it.
there you go.
It's on Netflix.
Well, my one comment about it that I want to say the most is kind of a spoiler.
okay.
But you'd have
Okay.
to watch it to know why it's a spoiler.
I mean, if you don't
Can
give
I
away the
say
last
that?
end, if you don't give away the end, it's probably okay.
So it's from the director of The Departed, right?
Oh, really?
Yes. So I was almost, and maybe just because of that, because I saw it on the trailer, I was almost expecting more violence.
Okay.
So I think like the tension moments that they drew out and you were like worried about what might go down felt even more tense because I thought it was like gonna be more like The Departed, and it
But
wasn't.
I think if I was thinking the same thing, and if they actually went to
I would have hated it.
no, but if they would have went to any the violence, the
I'm not
story
seeing
the story
that.
would have
I'm not seeing
changed
that
right,
that's true.
right.
greatly. It had to go.
Or it was somebody that worked on The Departed because it's right in the trailer. It says like from
So-
the creator of or the somebody
Okay.
of The Departed.
So the director is Nora Fingschneider.
Okay, so it's not the director.
And she's done all kinds of German stuff that you've never heard of.
Well, I'm going to tell you, half hour to go, I looked at Beth and said, I may shut this off. I said, I don't know
Yeah.
if I want to see, I don't know what kind of director this is, but if it's going to end
How it could.
how it could end,
The producer.
I do not want to watch the end of
Well,
this movie.
and that's kind of what I appreciated about it because they set some trains on the tracks where you were like early on, ooh, okay, I see where this could go.
Oh, yeah.
And so it felt like you almost knew what was going to happen pretty early,
Yeah.
but then there were some twists.
Yeah.
So it was good in that way that it didn't play out exactly how they hinted it would, because otherwise that would have been very trite. That
Does
would
it
have
have
been
any
not
good
cool.
reviews, Don? You're in charge of computers.
It is actually
In
got
charge of
relatively poor reviews.
Okay.
It's got a less. It is in the rotten part of the tomato.
Really? Okay.
But it also has, I think, a 75 or 85% audience score. So people are liking it. But I think what I read in the traditional reviews was that people said that it was a good performance to see Sandra Bullock play off type
Okay.
like she does, but the story didn't live up to the potential that it might have.
Yeah,
like
and
like you were saying, a little trite.
Yeah, and
like a little bit.
They had a
more
lot of flashbacks too, and it
Yeah.
felt like you saw the same flashbacks a lot.
Yeah.
So that felt a little bit like stretched too much
I know what the
almost.
budget
Yeah.
is.
Right.
I thought it was an interesting story
Yeah.
design.
I really
you
like
know?
Vincent D'Onofrio too.
Oh yes,
He was good.
He played the lawyer.
Yes.
Yeah, he was Kingpin in Daredevil, and
I know him from Law
He
and
actually
Order.
looked a little thinner.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, he looked a little fit.
Played.
he looked good.
Remember him in Men in Black?
Yeah.
He was the.
How about Full Metal Jacket?
He's always kind of a surprise because he can kind of do everything.
Oh, yeah.
He's a bit of a chameleon. And Viola Davis plays his
Viola
wife,
Davis.
and she was a phenomenal. She's always phenomenal.
Almost no light moments is
yeah,
what
it was
is a
very-
note that I have. It's like very grim.
I'm surprised you watched it.
I am
Right.
too. You know, the interesting thing is I watched it while I was on hold with AT&T. I had it on the
Did
background.
you get your
So you're
HBO
already
fix?
in a
I
bad
still
mood.
didn't.
Right.
I
so
still
you were
did
in the
not.
mood for something gray.
So
Trying to get my
you
HBO
were
Max
putting
fix.
salt on a wound.
Yeah.
Right. I had to pause it
I
a lot
love
because
it.
eventually I would be on hold for like ever, and then eventually the guy would come back from India and start talking to me again. And then I would put the,
what would you like here?
right? How can I help you?
Oh,
Thank you very
we
much
have a
for
deal
holding.
for you.
Thank you very
Sandra
much.
I don't
Bullock,
want a deal.
perfectly cast.
Yes,
I
she
mean-
was perfect.
She was good. I mean, I loved her
Very
with
believable.
chapped lips and no makeup and just really playing down.
was- yep.
Just got out of prison
It
after
would
20
only be
years.
like Charlize Theron in like Monster.
Yes,
That would
she's
be
like she's a beautiful woman, and she was still pretty somehow, but in this
Yeah.
yeah,
just-
chapped maybe is the best word, but
Yeah.
a little bit rough around the edges as you would have expected, and it was believable.
I liked how they slowly sort of revealed the past. That was kind of the deal.
Mm-hmm.
They kind of gave you, I mean, that maybe they did it too much the same scenes.
Yeah.
Like you were saying.
It was
but
almost too slowly revealed.
too slowly. Okay. I mean, that to me at least was the interesting part of it.
That was the
It
best part.
It was like you've got this backstory that you don't know about, and that's the mystery that's
Mm-hmm.
making you watch the movie.
What did the one brother? I'm just kind of talking in general.
Oh,
so,
yeah.
what did the one brother?
Good boy.
What did his wife see in the other brother? Like,
I think she was just trying to.
Are you going for the?
Like you got the good one.
Right. She was just trying to. That
She
was
didn't have enough attention.
exactly. That was just a screw you, and I'm gonna screw him.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
that was
Little
the
but
one
you
slightly
know,
graphic.
spoiler
scene.
alert.
What the best
So
thing
was
about
there
the movie?
any redemption here? I mean, she comes out after
Yes,
20 years.
actually.
So what it is, it's about a cop killer. It's a story about
Oh,
Sandra
that's right,
Bullock.
that's right.
That's that relatively quickly, so that's
Okay.
not a big spoiler.
They say
And-
that in the trailer.
She's well, and even from the first 5 minutes of the movie, that's where we start. So you know that as she was getting evicted from her house with her baby sister in tow, a sheriff came in to serve the eviction notice, and she shot and killed him.
And he's dead.
Now, 20 years later, she's getting out of prison. That's where
Okay.
we start.
All right, I gotcha.
But I will
Right.
say the ending.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you're going to turn it off.
I like the ending,
Yeah.
and I actually really liked. You can have a good ending. They actually, another director might have went like another couple minutes into it. They cut it exactly.
Right where they should have, I thought.
did.
Perfect. It was perfect. That
They
was,
I didn't.
did,
I'm
right.
so glad for that actually, because then it would have started to feel even more.
like I don't need any more information.
Right.
That was
That's
all
all.
you needed.
Right. Otherwise, you're trying to answer. There's too many questions that would have needed to be answered.
Yeah, that was
It's like,
perfect.
give me that one thing that they give you,
Yeah.
and then cut it off.
and
Yeah.
then what? Let the audience kind of,
Yes.
reflect
You,
on it.
you
Right.
emotionally got what you needed. You didn't
Gotcha.
need any more
You did.
information. That's a perfect way to put it.
Okay. All right.
I'm gonna
So thumbs up
I'd recommend it, but it's like
It's
you
a
said.
barely recommend for
it's
me.
a
if you're in the mood.
It's a recommend if you like. I call it. It's like a really hardcore Lifetime movie.
It's
Yeah.
like there's
Like a
there's
really
bit
well
of
done.
mystery. It's tragic life stories.
Yeah.
Well, remember I recommended Made,
Oh, yeah.
okay.
because sometimes you just want to reflect on how good your life is
There
compared to
there
how
is that.
bad somebody
There's
else's life is.
definitely
you know?
reflection, and there is a certain like level of moral code, right? That you can appreciate of some people that just won't, step over certain lines, or despite anything that happens to them are going to be a certain level of, stand up, that abide by their ethical, whatever you want to say. But there's no funny. There's zero
funny.
Zero lightness.
No, it's so real.
One slight minute, maybe with Bethanel.
Yeah, he made her laugh, and I actually went, "Wow, she's actually smiling for a little bit."
The one she maybe cracked a little bit of a grin.
No, she had a full grin.
Okay,
for a second.
That's it.
But it was funny for her. It wasn't funny for us.
It was his name John Bethanel.
Yeah.
Or something like that. So
the Punisher.
Yeah, so he's in there.
Or Shane from Walking Dead.
Oh yeah,
good
that's
performance
right.
by
There you
him
go.
too.
Deep cut.
Yeah.
Yeah, so he's in
So
there too.
we're at like 30 minutes in. What is the
you're
rum
just-
doing anything
You're
to
just
you?
talking about Armageddon from Madison. This is an amber, so it's Ambergeddon.
What do you think?
Nice.
Love it.
What do you think about the rum, Don?
I thought it was really good. It was very smooth.
Thumbs up.
Oh, you're done?
Totally smooth. I actually drank the whole
I'll take a
thing,
look.
and I can't drink anymore because otherwise I'll be hammered.
I mean, it is.
But top me off.
What would
Give me a
that
little
be
topper.
in proof?
140.
140 proof.
We'll look.
138.
Someone look it up here.
It's
That means
Yeah, proof
three-
it
is
says 30. It says
double
69%. 69% by
Because
volume.
40% alcohol is 80 proof. So that's
double it. You
We
double
could
it.
light
You
that on
double
fire.
it.
If you put it in a shot glass and light it, it
That
will
is, I
flame
mean,
up.
when I was a kid, 151 rum was.
Well, this tastes way better
Oh my
than
gosh.
151.
Infinitely.
No,
Yeah.
This
this
is
tastes
delicious.
good.
that was like, I don't know what
This-
we used to drink that in, but
Right.
that was the
Well, or
thing
like
that you could
those
flame
those
up.
100 proof or like or 99 bananas.
Yes.
This even is way better than that.
This is the best rum I've
level
ever
of-
I
tasted.
mean, we're not sponsored, but if we could please get like
Plantation.
a case shipped to the.
right.
If you're listening,
We'll talk about
right
it all
now,
the time.
Yeah, we'll
We
leave
love
that.
it.
We'll leave that bottle there.
Where's that made? Is that literally like
Well, it's
on
got to
the
be made.
islands?
Well, let's see. We
Well, that's
we
it.
got
It does have those,
Jamaica,
like-
Guyana.
Those real sugar notes.
Barbados?
You know.
It does.
If you're looking for a Christmas gift,
Mm.
that
What
is for somebody that drinks alcohol and would be up to like trying something different. Which I bought it
little
for
different.
Dan. I was like, I'm not going to buy him another bottle of Jack Daniels.
Right.
product of
That's
Barbados.
done. It's overdone.
Barbados. Where's Barbados?
Barbados.
Barbados.
It's in that. It's in the
Barbados.
neighborhood. It's in that
Somebody's had a
neighborhood.
couple.
I think that's
Where's Barbados?
Barbados.
I would like to go to Barbados
That's a
on a
little island,
trip
isn't it?
because it's fun, and I'd
All
like
right,
to have.
Barbados.
I'm sorry.
Of
Has
course.
anybody heard-
Where is Barbados? Is that like in the Gulf of Mexico?
Caribbean.
Gotta be.
Yeah,
a
it's
warm
in the,
place.
It's a Caribbean
Gotta
island.
What
be.
does OFTD stand
It's
for?
where Rihanna is born and
Old-fashioned,
raised, by the way.
traditional dark.
Barbados.
Nice.
Is it Caribbean,
Caribbean.
or Carabiner?
It's
Caribbean. Caribbean.
I just got some great news. I
Oh
wanna
my
ta- I wanna-
God.
I want to talk about.
Oh, look at this.
That like
Printed
this is
papers.
a movie that I have wanted to like have you guys come over and watch
Oh.
because I had an illegal copy of it a long time ago. But it wasn't the right one.
Let it go. Yeah, let's.
It's a
have
Terrence Malick movie. Okay, so you know him.
No, I
Yep.
don't.
Yeah. Refresh our memory.
The Tree of Life.
Oh, I love that. I'm wearing the ring.
the New World.
That this ring is on Tree of Life, isn't it?
Yeah, I think
Oh,
so.
yeah.
No,
Right?
no, that
Oh,
ring,
that was a ring or something.
that ring is from
No.
the Hugh Jackman movie
Right.
where he goes up and found the fountain.
The fountain. Oh,
Okay.
thank you. Okay.
Okay, so
All right,
anyway,
Tree of Life.
anyway, Terrence Malick had a movie come out in like 2016. It went to, I don't think it ever came to the U.S., and he had two versions of it, a 45-minute version and like an hour and 20-minute. One
Okay.
was narrated by, the short one by Brad Pitt,
Oh.
and then the other one was Kate Blanchett.
Okay.
And
Yes.
I saw the long version.
Okay.
And it was an IMAX exclusive movie. It's called Voyage of Time. And
Oh my God.
and
When
this is,
was it made?
This is the most impressive. I mean, if you're into like deep shit, you know,
Yeah.
like if you like 2001 Space Odyssey,
Sure.
this is the movie. And Bill, you
Cool.
come over. It's
I'll watch
It's
it.
coming out on something called Mubi. Does anybody
Oh.
have Mubi?
I don't,
don't
but I've
have
heard of
that.
it.
It's only a $6
Really?
subscription on my Amazon Prime. I can get
Movie?
that.
So it's
a
an
new
app called Movie?
Mubi.
Movie.
Mubi.
Booby?
Booby.
Like booby?
Yes. Yes.
That's a one I want to get.
So I guess the rum
Don's
is
like
working on.
$6
I
a
have
month.
Boop.
I'm
Yeah,
in.
I
I'm
have
definitely
Boopy.
gonna get that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So anyway,
Sorry.
the
Just trying to be
45-minute version,
Okay.
they finally realized that the long version was not as good, and they're going to give
Too
you
much for people. Okay.
and it is going to be on. Gosh, what's the date? December 17th. On
Okay.
I think so. You have to. I mean, we've been drinking rum.
We'll check
so-
it.
But this is a movie that you should watch.
And
Okay.
what can
I'm
you see it
excited.
on?
I would
What-
love to.
You have to
Any,
go.
any synopsis? Give me a
do you
little
have to
bit
still
of a,
go to Movie?
It is a voyage of time. It starts off like Big Bang all the way to now.
Have you seen a trailer?
I saw the movie.
You
I
saw the movie.
I saw the long version where they threw in a lot of weird clips of like bums going through garbage cans and stuff.
Okay.
It was weird. Like the weird stuff
Yeah.
was weird. I mean, really weird.
Now, I've seen on YouTube, you can see this.
Again,
they actually
the
take,
name of the movie.
Voyage of Time, Life's Journey.
Life's Journey. Okay.
I mean, I have a lot
What
of
were you
pages
saying, Bill?
on it.
On YouTube, there is something that pops up that you, and I've watched this, where you can actually watch the evolution from the Big Bang to the end of the universe
Oh,
in,
yeah.
in real time. I mean, not in real time, but they show you how far out in space. So, like, our universe is expanding.
Right. The
right?
trajectory of where that.
Right, and
is
we
gonna
think that
end.
it's all going to then like come back into the Big Bang, you know, and it just keeps going forever.
Right.
But now the theory is it goes out and that's it. It's over. So it actually tracks how long it is till
Sure.
nothing exists. And that's on that's a YouTube.
Okay.
I would be into that. But if you so let's
It's really deep. I mean, this is like
And
wanna
it shows
drink-
you how many
you drink
gazillion-
rum and we'll all go downstairs and watch this, and it
and then
should
we'll
like
come out crying.
it should like change your life.
And
Okay, no.
Kate Blanchett is the
No, but they went with the Brad Pitt version, which I have never seen.
oh.
Okay.
Which he
It's
did a better
shortened.
version of it.
And you have to see it on Mubi.
So
Movie.
So narration
I
not
like
by Kate
him.
Blanchett, but
I would like
Brad
narration by
Pitt.
either of them, but I love listening to
I'm
Brad
actually
Pitt,
trying to
so.
find the trailer behind you, Don.
Okay.
So
I'd
Kate
love to
Blanchett
see
has
it.
done a lot of other ones. I've heard
Yeah.
recently.
I could listen to her all day too.
She's got a good voice.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we could turn around and just kind of look at it a little bit here, if you would want to just give you a minute.
Sure.
Was
Do
it
it.
Kate Blanchett in
We'll just keep talking while
Thor
we're.
Ragnarok?
Yeah.
I don't know if I have
she
sound
just
up.
looks good in a superhero suit.
She does.
Or a
Yeah.
super
she
evil
played
person.
his
his sister.
sister. Yeah.
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 She was like death or something.
She was Helena.
Helena, and she brought hell.
Yeah,
onto
exactly.
Anya.
And she's also very like perfect for the queen elf.
Oh.
Now I'm gonna space on her name. In Lord of the Rings.
Oh,
You know
you're
what I'm
right.
saying?
Yes,
Oh,
she was
that's right.
fantastic in
Head.
Lord of the Rings.
God, she
She
done
was
so much.
Queen elf lady, but now it'll come to me. But she's perfect for those kind of larger than life.
I mean, look at these
So
images.
what are we watching on the big screen
This
here?
is the trailer.
All right, so in the studio, we're watching the
Just come
Voyage
to
of Life,
Space.
Life's Journey, by writer and director Terrence Malick.
It's a scene of a volcano, some space, some sort of nebula.
You know, they
Amoebas,
so cool
maybe.
graphics.
it's right. It's basically showing.
A biological, geographical.
But
That's
with,
cool.
with spectacular music, it's showing basically from the Big Bang all the way to current time with Brad Pitt.
The evolution of
That sounds fantastic.
I have definitely got to check that
All
out.
right.
yeah.
All right,
I love
so
that.
I gotta
And
download
you know what? That-
another app called Mubi.
What that just ties into
Perfect
nicely
segue. I was
is
gonna
into
say.
Welcome to Earth.
Yes.
Boom.
Will
But that's
Smith.
like
Will
not,
Smith.
not quite as deep, but you definitely delve into
right.
that kind of thing.
No, but similar. I mean, definitely the Will Smith one's probably a lot lighter than this.
Oh, way lighter. This
Well,
is
and this
deep.
is-
This is like, did you
This
ever
is like
watch The Tree
deep
of Life
stuff.
or no?
Sure, the Tree of Life is stuff that it is barely comprehensible of, how deep it is. It's very philosophical.
But Welcome to Earth, I would highly recommend to a wider
The rum
audience.
is taking effect on.
Oh,
Not
you will.
comprehensible.
You can binge on that
Yes, I'm only one episode in, but I'm sure we'll watch the whole thing.
on Disney.
Yep, Disney
Will
Plus.
Smith is he just gets together with people that he says, yeah, I want to just check out all the weird stuff on Earth,
Right.
and he says, we're going to take you farther than the ends of Earth.
I love it. Well, and
Right.
they do a very good job of keeping up the pace. I thought these are
Yes.
my positive things about it because I always love to watch nature shows with Mason, right? Because he asks lots of questions and it leads to really good conversations and stuff. But a lot of times he's still only 4. He can get bored. We did not. We watched the whole first episode together, and it was, it shifted.
Fast-paced.
Yeah, it shifted scenes enough and had, it wasn't just all Will Smith. They
Did he
introduced
understand
a lot of other
about the
characters.
guys that
Right.
couldn't see?
We talked a ton about blindness and the senses and stuff. That's why
Yeah.
I love watching educational shows with Mason because he's such a sponge and he's so curious right now that it's just awesome to
God, he's going to cure cancer.
Right? I know.
The first episode is called "The Silent Power" or "The Silent Roar."
Yeah.
And it's all about sound.
Sound, and yeah.
I thought Dave would probably have really have loved that.
It
being a
freaked
big
me
sound
out that
guy.
one. Yeah, we watched this together.
Yeah,
and-
but you watched it. We watched it, and we were without your sound. Remember?
oh, that's right. I didn't have the good sound.
And then I said, "I wonder what it's incredible."
Oh,
Yeah.
with the
Oh, yeah.
sound?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Incredible.
Yeah, because I just got this huge TV, and I just found out that now I need a new receiver to get
We're gonna tune you up. We're gonna tune you up.
E-Arc that will allow my
It's
allow it to
complicated.
get so it's with the new technologies nowadays, if you buy a new TV, you may need a new receiver.
If you're crazy. Otherwise, normal people can enjoy this on their home television, and it's
Yeah,
really,
I've just
really
got a
good.
sound bar and it was still awesome.
It sounds really, really good.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
You can take it to the nth level, but it's also really good for just regular people.
Well, I don't-
Interesting. The director Aronsky, he did Mother and Black Swan.
Really?
Aaron Afons.
Oh yeah, how do you say his name?
Let Kelly pronounce that for you. Do you have it written down?
I don't. I'll look it up.
Oh, okay. Yeah, look up Darren
But
Arif.
while I'm getting there,
Aronofsky.
God, the rum. The rum.
All right, so he did Mother.
Dave, you're
he
the
did
one
Black
who gave us
Swan.
139.8 proof.
Jonathan can still do math. He's
I'm gonna say
good.
the second one goes down so easy. I could probably.
And the
finish
third
bottle.
one happens over your head to try to wake you up from a drunken
Oh, see,
stupor.
this is fair how they have it tagged as documentary/adventure.
Okay.
And that's kind of more what it felt like, right? They're switching scenes a lot. They
I loved
introduced
it.
a lot of different, people and experts, and they're not talking down to anybody, but they're introducing a lot of information that's interesting. I'll
Yeah.
pick up tons of tidbits. Like, did you know that New York rises and falls 14 inches every day?
I loved that.
No.
Because
that
of
was
Earth
so
tides,
cool.
like the Earth has tides too.
No.
From the right, like there was tons of that.
Yes, I
Well-
love that. And then that was all about sound because they were listening to
The Earth.
the earth, and they were saying if you took away all of the street sounds and everything else in New York, you would literally hear like the earth moving.
Wow, that's cool.
And yes, it that was a really
Mm-hmm.
great little tidbit.
There was another part where they actually showed all the colors. So they go a kilometer in below the sea level, and the animal life, or
Yes.
the fish
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
life,
that
or
was
whatever down
episode
there.
2.
That red,
Right,
they
that
call
was
it red
episode 2.
chicken. But then they also show like a
They did show the
with
red chicken.
ultraviolet light squirrels that like glow.
That was in Wisconsin.
Is this episode
Did you
1 or
see
2?
that?
No, I didn't notice.
That was, I believe, episode 2.
Oh, okay.
Potentially
I've only seen
Yeah,
one.
episode 2 is the colors.
is colors, and I forgot where they said it was, but it was Wisconsin, and it looked like some sort of flying squirrel of some
so
sort.
in the hair of a squirrel in Wisconsin, they have certain like red colors that make them harder to see because we can't see those colors unless they're highlighted with an ultraviolet light.
Okay.
So they put an ultraviolet light at nighttime to see these squirrels, and all of a sudden you look at these squirrels and they're like psychedelic because they have color in their hair that makes them invisible to a lot of animals, including us.
Very amazing.
So wild stuff, very cool. How about the wildebeest? Did you see that?
No, I did not see that episode.
Okay, and like Kelly was talking about how interesting it was that they kept it interesting by cutting to different things. So wildebeest are swarming, right? But like the first wildebeest to like cross that river, he's going to get eaten by a crocodile, right? So like who's the first one that's going to go over? And so they talk about how that all happens.
You push the old one.
Right.
No, like
The
one
one
goes,
that nobody
one
likes.
goes over and gets eaten by a crocodile, and they go, shit, and they all back up, and they decide not to go over the river at that point. But now they go over, and they do, this coolest thing. They find these bees that are in like Brazil or something hanging. So their honeycombs are hanging over a rock in Brazil or something. And this guy, the photographer, has got to wire his ropes up so that he can get close to these bees to take the pictures, to show this.
Yeah.
And anyway, when you touch the bees on the honeycomb, they all at the same time go whoosh. And they all like flap their wings at the same time. And
I saw that still
that
shot.
scares away like squirrels or something that would eat it.
In time.
Yeah.
Cool.
So together, the swarm psychology, and now they go to birds and how birds will use swarm psychology. Like if one bird turns right, why do all the other birds turn right and all that?
That's
Yeah,
they talk about
herd
that.
They talk about that, and
that
then they go
has
back to
always
the
been
wildebeest.
trippy to me.
Yeah, so very interesting.
Trippy.
The whole psychology of swarm survival.
That's a good point of how they, go at a topic, but then at so many different angles.
That might
and
be
in
the-
so
kept
many
it
different
interesting.
scenes.
Is that the
right?
episode that's called Mind of the Swarm?
That's
maybe?
it.
I bet.
Okay, so
There you go.
you Bill's already been up to episode
right.
5.
Did anybody watch Will Smith's last thing, which I did not, called One Strange Rock? He did it.
I
didn't.
didn't.
I
I did
knew
not
of
as
it.
I
well.
did see some of that.
Maybe I'll watch that
I
after.
saw a
Right.
couple of those.
It
I thought
interested me.
I thought
but-
this was interesting because it's like they have Will Smith doing one thing, and that's not the whole episode.
right.
So
It's not too much Will Smith.
Right, it's like so he's gonna go to a volcano with a blind guy and look at some really cool shit. But then they're gonna cut away,
Go to Norway.
and go to Norway and go to a couple other things. So you're gonna see similar topics.
I was hoping Will
it's like,
Smith was
yeah.
going to be on ice skates.
So that's sound. And they go, from a volcanic landscape to ocean diving to the ice of Finland. I mean, they were
Yeah.
all over the place. And then within the topic of sound, they're talking about the loudest sounds on Earth and the loudest animals on Earth versus deafening silence, what it's like to experience no sound.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
that's
thought that
right.
was
So
very
it's like
They're going way
It's
deep
very dynamic
the
within
earth.
a topic.
right. I mean, yeah, exactly. That was to do with that the blind
Yeah, and
leader
from the
that they had.
perspective of a blind man.
the explorer that was kind of leading them, but he was blind, and his perspective
He was a mountaineer.
It was fantastic.
Well, I know you don't
Right.
think you
Yeah.
need it, but it's pretty incredible watching that.
Oh, yeah,
like,
I'm sure
at,
it
like
would be.
reference volume
Oh, okay.
Oh, I bet.
or reference quiet and like those sperm whale
Oh,
noise
yeah.
they made.
Oh, with the click, 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 click.
And
click.
I'm sure a huge, nice screen would be
Oh, yeah.
extra appreciated too.
Yeah, I
for
mean,
those scenes.
right.
I do have to say, Bill's screen at his house is quite incredible.
When
So
I
when
put
you
it in
can't find
HDR, because I
Dave-
didn't have in one version it's HD, and then when you go to HDR, it goes up another notch,
Nice.
higher contrast.
It's stupid. Yeah.
Well, yeah, I'm gonna keep watching that. So I
if
give
you
it
don't
a
have
highly
Disney,
recommend.
get Disney just so you can see
Yeah.
Welcome to Earth with Will Smith.
With Will
it's
Smith.
so awesome.
We were gonna keep it short, so I know you want to.
No, we're gonna make this as long as possible.
Are we? All right.
I don't
Just
know.
keep on drinking rum.
I'll just have to exit.
I wanted to say that I'm absolutely not interested in the Tiger King.
Oh,
Has
yeah.
anybody tried that?
I'm done with that.
Yeah.
I watched about 15 minutes of it, and I was like, oh, yeah.
What could
this is-
possibly be new going
it's
on there?
nothing new. It's like, okay, this is what happened to all of you now that you became famous. I don't care.
Right? I would like to not know.
Right. It's
actually.
like, okay, you're that goofy guy on the jet ski, and now you do a lot of selfies with people. Okay, yeah, I get it. It's
Yeah.
not
Not
really
interested.
interesting to me.
No.
Okay, well, Netflix goes, okay, here's $3 million. Let me
Yeah,
see what
they're-
you got.
they're just
That's like,
Right.
who cares?
And then the
phoning
big,
it in. They'll
the
get
big-
enough people to click on it.
Yeah,
the big,
exactly.
The big, like, I think topic of it is he going to be
Let out
by
of jail?
Trump? Yeah.
Yeah.
What is it called?
Forgiven or
Pardoned.
pardoned?
Jesus.
Pardoned by Trump?
Thank you, Rum. Yes, exactly. Which we all know doesn't happen. So it's like, why do I want to watch 7 episodes of something that I know
Yeah.
doesn't happen?
No thanks. I'm all set.
Yeah.
I have way too little
Blech,
time to
blech.
devote it to something like that.
Yeah.
How about Hawkeye?
More of that.
I love Hawkeye.
Haley Steinfeld.
My only notes from Hawkeye are you have, I don't know if you know, but the Swordsman. Okay, that's
Yes.
a character in the Marvel universe. Okay.
Okay.
So
I
I'm
do it.
assuming that is the Swordsman. You got the Swordsman, the Eternals at the end of the
Yeah, I
Eternals.
was gonna
you
say,
have
is that what Jon Snow came
you
out?
have
Oh,
no
that's right.
no. He's the Black Knight. So now you have Swordsman, Black Knight, Blade. I'm gonna think that all these people are gonna be in the Blade movie.
Oh.
You know, it'll be a lot.
Dave, that's awesome.
a lot
Dave
of
figured it out.
A lot of sword fighting.
Cool.
Interesting.
Wow, because they're planning this. There's some
Oh,
board
yeah. Oh, yeah.
that's like putting this all together. They got it all the way till 20,
So Blade, I'm
2030, right?
I'm
Hawkeye could be in
totally psyched for Blade.
Yeah.
Right. It seems as though, that I like where they're going with it. I like Shang-Chi. I like Hawkeye. I think it'll be an exciting, you got Spider-Man coming up in the near future.
Isn't Spider-Man out like this weekend or no?
Anybody else?
I do not know the
I don't
date
think so. I
offhand.
think that's
I was actually too busy to actually.
it's more of a Christmas release. It's
Okay.
coming out a little bit. Yeah, we got
There's
a
a
little bit.
bunch of movies coming out, like starting next
Matrix.
week until Christmas Eve.
Matrix,
That's
whatever
all I
it's
have for
called.
notes.
Okay.
I love Hawkeye. I think it's better than a TV show. I think it's family friendly. Doesn't mean that it's not top notch writing and production. I think that show is really good. People are saying, oh, it's just so family friendly, so it's not that impressive. I think it's really good. Haley Steinfeld is gorgeous, and she just turned 25 yesterday.
Oh boy.
So
Easy fella.
And Renner, I've always loved him. He's good. He's good.
who?
Renner?
Oh, Jeremy Renner. Yeah, absolutely. He's doing great in there.
You could
They
be
got
her,
good chemistry.
You could be her
He's
great
kinda like her-
grandpa.
I could.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
he's like his father, her father, kind of like saying, and there's
Yeah,
good,
she's
it's
like
comedy.
It's like a.
What
right,
do
it's-
these arrows do?
Yeah,
Oh
it's
my
it's
God.
either a father daughter or a brother sister kind of thing.
Older
going on
brother,
between them.
yeah.
Right. And did you see episode 4? I mean, I don't want to spoil it, but
with all the arrows that they're flinging.
Dave, have you seen episode 4?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, so do I want to say the name Florence Pugh?
Oh, well, I knew she cameoed because she was
There was
listed.
a big deal about her
Maybe I
on,
didn't see that.
on
Okay.
Instagram. She wanted to.
Yeah, she's in the episode.
I mean, at the end of it,
Yeah.
But we knew that a long time ago.
Yeah,
Okay.
'cause she's listed in IMDb. She's the
remember,
third one
remember
down.
the Black Widow movie. The end of that is Julia Louise Dreyfus giving
Florence Pugh
and
talking.
Florence Pugh talking about here's
Like
your
a
next
mission?
assignment.
Yeah.
It's to kill Jeremy Renner. It's to kill Hawkeye. And,
Oh, that's right.
and
Yep.
now she's in this in the show.
That's Marvel
seemingly
for
kind of trying to kill him.
That's brilliant.
So,
So
she put out
it's
pictures on
happening.
Instagram
Really?
like a couple days before.
Florence
and
Pugh?
people freaked out
Went nuts.
about her like being mad at her for like spoiling it. It's like
okay.
even of us talking about it, it's not a spoiler.
Everybody knew it was going to happen.
Well, no, like I said, if you look that show up on IMDb, she's the third one listed. So
It's not like
you
she
knew
does
she was
anything in
going
the
to be
show.
in it
you were
at
just
some
waiting
point.
for her to show up.
Right.
You were just waiting for her to show
She
up.
just looks at the camera for a second.
Right.
That's it.
She's just in a in a fight scene, which are great, and the show continues to progress great. I mean,
People
it's
get too upset over too little these days.
Yeah.
it's a fun Christmas story, and
The mafia wants to kill him because he was
Cool.
Ronin, and now she wants to kill him because of why?
She was assigned to.
that's
That's just from Black Widow.
I think there's a misunderstanding about Jeremy Renner and the demise
How
of
Black Widow went
Natasha,
down.
Black Widow.
'Cause he was the only one there.
Right.
Okay.
So maybe he killed her. She.
Well, that's what Julie Louis-Dreyfus kind of insinuates.
Right in Black Widow.
Why? Well, that's to like get her all fired up, to get Florence Pugh.
Right. Nobody knows the exact circumstances that happened. In that death, even though he wanted to sacrifice himself, but she ends up dying, and so
All right.
forth.
We know
again,
what
that's
happened.
on Disney, Marvel. If you
Love
got
it. Love
Disney.
That's an hour.
Wow, that's the end of the show.
That's the end of the show. I mean, we can.
Okay, I would like to talk about Lost in Space.
Next
Love
week.
Lost in Space.
I haven't seen.
So many other things.
I know.
didn't get to
I know.
talk
We
to.
wanted to talk about Formula One.
Unforgivable.
Do a bonus segment.
Also been watching Hit Monkey. Have you seen that
no.
one?
I've seen the preview of A Private War with Rosamund Pike and Tom Holland.
We can.
All right.
We'll get to these.
All right.
You know what's another fun thing? If you like podcasts, watch a podcast movie called Ghost Rider or Treat. It's Ghost Rider is with Adam Scott and Maya Rooney,
Okay.
who we've seen in things, and it's like radio theater.
I'm gonna watch it. I'll listen to it this week. I'll give you a full review
Yep.
next week.
Fair enough. Where is that?
Interesting. Just wherever you get podcasts.
Okay.
Just look up. I mean, I'm sure if you looked up just those things, or the name of the company is C13 Features.
Okay.
Okay.
We'll check it out next week. We'll fully review it. It sounds good.
Yeah.
I'm excited.
Until
Excited
then.
to not do
Thanks
any work.
again today to our sponsor, Plantation Rum.
Making everybody mellow.
Until
69%.
then, goodbye.
Over and out.
Oh, you still got.
I
still got
bet it's
4
actually
minutes.
70%, but 69 was catchier.
Yeah.
Oh, that's naughty.
All right.
Proof.
Oh, and again, download the app Mubi and watch Voyage of Time: Life's Journey.
Yeah, I'm actually excited for
Now,
that.
did you say that comes out December 17th?
Soon.
Is that
Yeah,
movie?
we'll have to
Is
have
that
a-
movie with a B or is that with an M?
And
think it's
MUBI.
with an M.
I will.
He's going to have to arrange a showing.
I'll arrange a showing. Bill, you don't. We're still
Put-
recording.
Put your goddamn headphones
I
on
don't know.
until
it
we
was-
tell
We
you.
were all
sorry.
looking for your cue, Dave.
No, I
We
just.
were like,
I thought it was over.
I was just trying to turn down that music.
you never want to talk when you weren't supposed to.
I just want to say today, I bought all the Jurassic Parks, all 5 of them on 4K.
Did you
DTS,
really?
Yeah.
Oh shit! I
But
gotta take back my
but
Christmas
I'm not
gift.
allowed to look at them till Christmas.
Yes.
She said, "You better
Wow.
wrap those and put them under the tree."
On 4K.
I love it.
Yeah.
Nice. They got good sound.
So
There's-
we can have a movie night with Mason and maybe just be prepared to like,
Oh yeah, we'll pause. and
just
stuff.
like skip the worst of the worst. But I think he's.
we'll just.
I can't
we'll
wait
just
much
hug 'em.
longer.
We'll go,
Right?
it's fake.
I'll just be ready to like
It's
cover his
digital.
eyes for
Just
the,
cover his eyes occasionally. Just have him on your
Just for
lap,
the-
basically.
just for like the chomping of people in half. Like just those split seconds. There's not much of that. You know what I mean?
Movies I'm looking forward to watching with Mason: Jaws,
Yeah.
Kill Bill 1 and 2.
Oh my
That's
god.
a ways off. That's a ways off.
Come
but
on.
yes.
Please do
yep.
not let him watch that.
No,
No.
God, no.
10. He's got a, it's like
We're pretty picky about what we expose him to, because he is so susceptible to like. He saw just an opening of a video game with you guys, and it
Okay.
was like a big deal. He like talked about it a lot, and we were like, okay, clearly you are not ready to see that kind of stuff.
Okay, Dave was showing Lauren like Frankenstein movies at 3.5.
Oh, yeah.
or
Lauren-
That's okay.
Lauren-
I mean,
Frankenstein's a lot different from.
Yeah.
No, Lauren saw Jaws probably at like 4 years old.
I saw stuff sooner than I was supposed to too. But there's a difference between like Jaws and like
Kill Bill.
person on person and gun violence. You know what I mean?
The
There's a
Shining.
difference.
I
And
can
yes,
tell
and
you, 'cause I'm an old
psychological
guy.
stuff too.
that when I saw, I was a teenage werewolf.
Yeah.
Okay, that's like from
Terrified.
the 1950s. I'm 4 years old, and I'm peeking through the corner. I'm supposed to be in my bedroom.
Really?
And I'm peeking through and watching it on TV.
Our
and when he
parents
turned
were
it-
watching it.
And when I saw him turn into a werewolf, because
You
he
were
was
like,
just a teenager, I was just scared shitless.
Oh my God!
Isn't it
That's-
funny those
yes, and
moments
still
that you
to this
remember
day.
back to?
So
That's
I don't
great.
think you should show 4-year-olds any horror movies.
No.
And
Our
I mean,
parents watched that. I'm surprised.
yeah,
that they
and
watched
he
that.
like, and there was like,
You were in bed already.
They used
No,
time
Bill
lapse
was 4.
photography to slowly grow
Yeah.
hair on his face and everything. Back in those days, didn't have all the graphics they have today.
But it got the job done.
I was scared. I
Yeah.
was scared. Let me tell you, I was scared.
What kind of movie could you show someone really early? Like, it's way beyond their brain capacity.
Right,
but
right.
it won't
won't
mess them up.
damage them.
So I'm trying to think of a great movie what could you watch?
I got one.
What?
Cars on the Road.
Yes.
Did you know that that's coming out?
No.
There's a series coming out next year called Cars on the Road. Kelly, you'll want to see this with your kids.
I like
Okay.
Rusty.
Lightning McQueen and Mater.
Is Rusty on there?
We'll love it.
A road trip on Disney Plus.
Oh, that's fantastic.
You're talking the cartoon Rusty
Yeah.
cars, right?
Yep,
Yeah.
yep. So they're
Wasn't Rusty like
Pixar.
an old Rusty car?
No. Mater is the pickup truck,
He's the tow
Oh,
truck. That's his
okay.
best friend.
played by Larry
Okay.
the Cable Guy.
Shows
Yeah.
what I know.
And I'm sure they
Okay.
got Owen Wilson and,
And they
got
Will
Owen
Smith.
Wilson.
Yep.
They don't mess around with that. You
Yep,
can't.
yep.
You can't
That's
replace
cute.
the main characters.
All right, now that's not gonna screw up a kid's brain.
No, that's the
Gosh,
kind
no.
of that's what you need to watch.
That's the stuff that gives them like life lessons that you're like, thank you, Pixar.
Yes,
Like-
exactly. And Dave will corrupt your brain and melt it into.
We can watch old Godzilla movies.
Oh,
not,
yes,
not the new
absolutely.
stuff that's too scary. We'll
old
watch
Godzilla. Yes.
watch the fun ones.
Watch the cartoony
Where it's like
stuff.
claymation.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
The rubber suit jumping into the puddle.
So there you go. All right, we'll say goodbye,
There
Don.
you go.
Goodbye.
Later.
Over and out.
No, I say see ya, boys.
See you,
That's
boy.
right. And I say 10-4, over and out.
And then I say later.